everybody, and happy Thursday, and welcome to episode 4 of Makelight Live. I am so happy to be here today and talking to you about the importance of success. I published a post about this yesterday, which you may have read or may not have read. But if you do have any thoughts about or questions about defining your own success or questions about anything else and you are watching this live, then please put your questions underneath here and I will answer them when I've finished my little blurb about defining your own success. So then I will talk to you about defining your own success, I will answer your questions, and then I will share my 3 favourite things of the week that I'm loving this week. So if you do have questions, pop them in. If you are joining me because you have been joining in with my Spring Clean this week, the Makelight Spring Clean has been running all week, focusing on our social media, then a big welcome and hello. We have over 2,000 people taking the course this week, which is amazing. It's completely free, so if you aren't doing it and you want to do it and you want to catch up, then please just join in. You can join in by going to makelight.com, or you can follow the link that I will post after I have finished this. So the link will be underneath this, whether you're watching this live or whether you're watching this again either on the Facebook page or on YouTube, the link will be underneath. So if you want to do the Spring Clean, you don't have to be joining in with it this week. So if you're watching this another time, it's still available. So click on it and take the course on your own. Get some friends to do it with you. But if you can join us this week, then that will be wonderful, because there's a very busy Facebook group. Lots and lots of love, lots and lots of people sharing things and connecting things and being inspired. And I am being inspired by everyone who is taking part as well. So I'm absolutely loving it. So, defining success and defining your own success. So this was something that I really started to think a lot about last year. And I did a lot of thinking, especially towards the end of the year, which I think has really helped me to start this year feeling much better about what I'm doing and what I'm hoping to achieve this year, and more focused, and also less bothered by what everybody else is doing and wanting to achieve. I am very much focused on what I want to do and what my version of success in 2018 looks like, and what my success might look like next year, year after, 5 years' time. So I kind of have my success for now and my success for the future. I also have set myself little goals throughout the year. So I have achieved my first kind of big win of the year, which was to take off the majority of the half-term holiday. Now, the half-term holiday here in London was last week, and I managed to take 4 out of 5 days off with my children, which I was so happy about. And I had managed to design the way that I was working up until half-term in a way that meant that I had done all the work for my half-term week, and I had also made the videos for the Spring Clean, which is running this week. So I had kind of got 2 weeks ahead, I guess, or almost. So that was a massive win for me. Now, the problem we have with success is that we can think about what we're doing, we can think about what we want to be doing, and then we go online and suddenly we see that, oh, but someone else has got loads more followers than we have, or someone else has just launched their 3rd online course and we're just launching our 1st one, and we thought we were doing really well, and then we saw that they're doing 3 or 4, and then we don't feel very good. So the important thing is to define what success means to you and stick to that, and don't get sidetracked by what other people are thinking and doing. Yes, be inspired by them, yes, be encouraged by them, yes, cheer them on, but think about what your version of success looks like, and think about what that version of success looks like today, what that looks like at the end of the week, and what that looks like at the end of the year. And really try and keep focused on that, and don't think that a small success isn't a success, if that makes sense. So I was striving for something really big. I was basically striving for where I would love Makelight to be in 5 years' time, and I was wanting to have that like right here and now, or not now, but this was last year. I was kind of getting really frustrated. I was feeling like things weren't going very well, even though they were going well, but they were not going as well as maybe someone else's business was going, or someone else's, team was growing. And I really got a bit sidetracked by thinking that success needed to be way bigger than I wanted and needed it to be. And so I really, really reevaluated what I wanted and what success looked like for me. And success this year to me looks like, can I take the majority of the school holidays off with my children? And can I stick to picking up my children 3 days a week from school, which is what I do at the moment. And I cut that down at the beginning of last year, which was a promise to my children from the year before that. And that to me will be a massive success. So however many social media followers I have, however many comments I get on images, however many page views my blog gets, however many members I have, however much money Makelight turns over, all of that is great. But to me, success this year will be how many days of the school holidays I get to take off with my children. So that is my version of success for this year. And that is very personal, because really that can't be measured by anybody else except for me and my children. So if you can try and think what your success looks like, it will really, really help you not to get sidetracked by everybody else's success. And it will really help you when you go online. You know what your success looks like. You know what you're striving to do. And whether you're striving to do that today, whether you're striving to do it by the end of the week, whether you're striving to do it by the end of the month, or whether you're striving to do it by the end of the year. Or if you're able to keep your kind of long-term goal in mind as well. Where you are at right now is only where you are right now. It's not where anyone else is. There's that lovely quote. I can't remember who said it. If you know who said it, then please put a link underneath. But that lovely quote about, your beginning is someone else's middle. I can't quite remember the quote now. But it's basically like, you're starting today. Someone else might have started a very similar project 5 years ago. They are going to be ahead. But that doesn't stop you from being successful. So I want you to take some time to think about what success looks like to you, and how you can celebrate your successes throughout the year. So can you think of something that you would like to achieve each month, or can you think about how you would love it to look like in December? So if we're sitting here in December, what are you going to be celebrating? What are you going to have made happen between now and the end of the year that you can really stand up and say, 2018 was a really successful year for me because ... So have a think about that, and please make sure that you celebrate your wins, however small they are, and however big they are. Make sure you celebrate them, and that you are not always trying to strive for the next thing. Mark your success, because that is super important. So even if it is, we all got up on time and we all got to school on time, and I got back from the school run and I started, had a cup of tea and I started work, and I was working by 9:30. That some days to me, that is a huge achievement. And so I deserve to have, a chocolate biscuit with that cup of tea. So I really, really want you to celebrate your wins and successes, however small they are. You don't have to shout about it, but shout about the ones that you want to shout about. Do share with other people, share with friends, family members, share online. But make sure that you acknowledge the good work that you're doing, and however tiny it may feel or insignificant it may feel, celebrate it. Celebrate it by going for a walk. Celebrate it by treating yourself to something, by having a nice long bath in the evening, by watching your favourite movie, by buying a new book, by going to the library and taking a new book out. However you want to celebrate, then celebrate it. And really mark it. If you have a journal and you journal regularly, then make sure that you are writing about your success and your wins, because you own those, and you need to keep celebrating those to be able to keep moving on, and you need to celebrate it and then move on, and then you can have another success and celebrate that. And it will really, really, really help you to not get sidetracked or feel inadequate when you go online, because I know how that feels. I can be feeling really good, I can be feeling great about something, and then I click on someone else's profile, or I read a tweet or a blog post, or something comes into my world, or someone's newsletter, and I'm like, oh, I thought I was doing really well, and now I can, I see that someone else is doing something, or a reaction that somebody else has to something that they're, oh, everyone's talking about what they're doing, and I thought I had just released my course, or I had just released a blog post about something similar, and now someone else has done the same, and it can take it all away from you. Don't let the online world take away your successes. So make sure you are celebrating your wins, and you can do that quietly, or you can do it loudly, you can do it with a friend, but acknowledge that, because it will really, really help you to stay strong and resilient and on your own path and on your own journey, and not sidetracked by others. So don't let other people define your success. Make sure that you are defining what success means to you. And we don't all have to have, crazy multi-figure businesses to be successful at all. We really don't. We can define our own success. And if opening an Etsy shop in 2018 is your goal, and that is your success, and if you open your Etsy shop and you sell one thing, then that is a success, because that is your Etsy shop is open, and that is amazing. So don't let that be, toppled over by someone saying, oh, amazing, I made £500,000 this year in my business. Don't let that mean that your success isn't worthy as well. Okay, so I hope that is helpful and inspiring. I'm just going to click this open, because I can see if you have any questions or comments on this. I could see lots of likes flashing up, which was really nice. I just have to, here we go, open this and see if you've got any comments. Oh yes, here we go. Yes, brilliant. Thank you. Sally has given me that wonderful quote, and it's by Tim Hillier. Don't compare your beginning to someone else's middle, or your middle to someone else's end. It is so true, and I guess that is basically what I am saying. You need to define your own success, and only you know where you are on your path and on your journey. That can only be defined by you. So don't let anybody else put you off course, or make anyone else make you feel like your success isn't worthy of celebrating, because it is, and it doesn't make it any less a success if it's something small or something big to you, but that isn't as massive as someone else. We all have to start somewhere, and we are also all striving for different things. I remember a friend of mine, I was about to run my first half marathon, and he said, just remember, everybody running is running their own race. Whoever you're standing next to, whoever you're passing, or whoever's passing you, you do not know their running story. You do not know what they're trying to achieve. You are running your own race. And I always keep that in my mind, not just when I'm running, but I keep it in my mind when I go online, or when I'm at an event, or when I'm talking to people or reading things. I just remember that it's only my race. Nobody else knows what I'm planning, what I'm aiming for, where I'm going, whether I've done it before, whether this is my first time. Nobody knows that, just me. So that's I always remember him saying that, and I don't think he realized at the time that he was giving me advice for life and not just for that race. But it did really, really help me on that day as well. Especially because one of my best friends was running the race, and I think he did it in half the time that I did. But he has been running forever, for his whole life he's been running, and he also obviously hasn't given birth or anything like that. So, all these different things doesn't mean that my success on that day was any less, successful than his, or less worthy of celebrating than his. So, thank you for finding that, Sally. That was really, really helpful. Yes, this is another great quote. Comparison is the thief of joy. Thank you, Gemma. Yes, absolutely. So true. Comparison is the thief of joy. And I think that is, again, sums up exactly what I'm saying. You go online, you're full of joy because you've put out an image you're really proud of. You've got some great comments and likes, and you're really, really happy. Or maybe you've got 10 new followers, and that is wonderful and amazing. And then you click on someone else's account and you're like, oh, they've got 500 comments and 200,000 people are following them, and now I feel rubbish. You shouldn't feel rubbish at all. You were just feeling amazing. So hold on to the feeling of amazing and just say, that's brilliant for them. That's how lovely for them. But for me, this is what I am doing. This is what I am celebrating. Okay, so I'm just scrolling down. If you're wondering what I'm doing, my laptop is just here and I can see what you've all been writing. So I'm glad that there's lots of people here agreeing with me and finding this helpful. So that is really great to know that. I can see that Anne-Marie said, I played catch-up today and found it very valuable to take half an hour out of my day to work on my spring cleaning, even though it's summer here. That's really funny. It's also inspired me to get organised and register a domain name for a new venture. That is super exciting. A new venture I've been thinking about for a while, so thank you. I'm looking forward to the rest. Brilliant. So you're taking the spring clean, which I was just talking about, so I'm really glad that it's helping, and I'm excited to know what your new venture is going to be. So do keep me posted, won't you, when you launch that. Rachel has said she loves my bicycle blouse. Thank you. It's from White Stuff. It's new this season, so if you like it, you can also have one. Okay, so Alex has said, I love that you're addressing this, Emily. I've been feeling a bit disheartened about my activity and look lately, but loads of it is coming from comparing myself with others. Yeah, absolutely. It's so easy to do, isn't it? You can think what you're doing is, you're enjoying it and you're liking it, and then you start looking at what everyone else is doing, and then you can feel miserable. It's really important to look at what other people are doing and be inspired and be pushed forward. I look at people who are way more successful than I am at the moment in terms of, in terms of a different level of success. So they maybe have, a way bigger community, or they have a way bigger team. They talk at more events than I do. They're out here. But I look at them not to make myself feel terrible, but to learn and be inspired from them and be kind of pushed forward. So if I ever start to feel that yucky feelings and not feeling like they are inspiring me, like they are actually making me feel miserable, then I just pull away and I have some time offline. But when I know that I'm in kind of the right space to be inspired by these people, then I will have a look at what they're doing, or think, oh, brilliant, okay, I can do that. I can achieve as well, and I can think bigger. So if I'm kind of in thinking bigger mode, then I will happily look at what they're doing. If I'm in feeling miserable at all or shaky in any way, then I don't look. So it's important as well to kind of protect yourself. And Alex has said we're very hard on ourselves and diminish our achievement whilst bigging up those of others. Absolutely, and that's what we really, we must big ourselves up too. And it can feel really weird, can't it? It can feel really good, feel really strange to say, oh, you had an awesome day, well done. You've been doing really well today, to ourselves, or, that was a wonderful week. You've been doing such great work this week. That's amazing. It's really, really hard and can feel really strange to say that to ourselves, but I've actually started saying it to myself, and I've actually started saying it out loud. So even though that might feel really weird and you might not want to talk to yourself and say things out loud because that might be a bit odd, then say it in your head, write it down, or practice saying it to a friend. So, how has your week been? I had a really great week. I've done some really good work this week and I'm really proud of it. We don't say that kind of thing enough. Normally we're like, oh, just really busy. I'm really busy. Oh yeah, things are going okay. We're not good enough at saying, at bigging our wins up and bigging ourselves up. And we're really, really good at doing that for other people. I'm sure you're really good at doing that for so many people. Oh, you're doing so well. Really love this. Do that for yourself in whatever way feels comfortable to you. So either if you prefer to just journal it down, because that is super, super powerful as well. You know, think about yourself, think about writing yourself a letter at the end of every week, you know, of all the good things that you have done that week. And if it helps you to write that to you, then do it that way. If you can practice saying things out loud to yourself, then that will really, really help you as well to believe it. And if you don't want to do either of those things, or they don't feel right, or you want to do this as well, then make sure you tell someone. Say it out loud. You know, did you have a good day? Yes, I did some really good work today. Or yes, I got the children to school on time. You know, whatever the win is, or I went for a run, or I finished my book, or you know, I did my accounts, or whatever it is. Everything counts, and make sure you're really positive, and it will really, really help you. So, just checking in case anyone's asked any questions, but I can't see any questions. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my 3 favourite things from my week. And then if you do have a question, while I'm sharing my 3 favourite things of the week, type it in quickly, and then I will be able to answer it for you. But if you type it in and it's just a little bit too late, I will answer it for you as I'm uploading this, so you won't completely miss out. So if you're watching this live and you want to type in a question, then do that for me, and I will be able to reply either within the next 5, or I think I have about 8 minutes left, 8-minute slot, or I'll do it quickly afterwards for you in text. Okay, so don't be shy if you have a question. Okay, so my 3 favourite things. So my first favourite thing, just realised there's a little bit of paper in there. I was keep marking something for later. So my first favourite thing is this beautiful book called Flowerbomb. And this is by Hannah Read-Baldrey, and it is full of beautiful, beautiful ideas of floral activities. So Hannah was really kind and sent this to me. She saw my flowery stuff on Instagram and thought that I would like it, and I absolutely love it. It only came this week, so I haven't done any of the activities inside yet, but I've been looking at it with my daughter Imogen, who is 11, and we've been marking all the things that we want to do. So one of the things we want to do is make these heart bath bombs with flower petals and natural oils, which I think will make beautiful presents for her friends, but also I'm hoping to make some for Mother's Day. Hope my mum's not watching, but if you are, then this might be arriving for Mother's Day. And I also just wanted to show you this balloon. Look at this. So this is amazing. Look at that with this. I don't know if I'll have time to make that, but it looks really, really beautiful. And one more thing, there's so many really lovely ideas, but I definitely want to make one of these this year. So look out for that on my Instagram at some point. That will be my definition of success for the summer if this appears on my Instagram. So look out for that. But this is a beautiful book full of lovely, lovely ideas of things to make for gifts, things for your home, things for parties, things to wear as well. There are some projects making things to wear. So there we go. It's my book recommendation of the week. And these have just arrived. Meri Meri have done it again. Easter napkins. I love Meri Meri party stuff. And I really love, as you know, to style for all occasions and all celebrations. That's why you can see things in the background. Some of these were left over from Valentine's Day last week, and then it was my little boy's birthday at the weekend, so we have got constant kind of celebrations happening behind me. But I'm really excited to start making my spring and Easter prop box, and I couldn't resist getting these. So these actually came with my Ocado, which, if you're not in the UK, is a supermarket delivery service. So it came with my Ocado order this morning. I couldn't resist popping them in my basket, and now I'm so excited about the spring and about Easter, and it's making me feel better about my children going back to school this week, because it's not really that long till the Easter holidays and I get to have them back. Yeah, bunny napkins, Meri Meri. And then, I don't know how to show you this because it might just be too small, but I think I can if I put it up to the camera. So this ring has been made for me by Sally Howe, who I know is watching. Sally is a jeweler and she's a Makelight member, and she makes really inspiring jewellery, because inside this lovely ring, I don't know if you can see, let me see, I'm kind of looking on the screen. Yes, you can see, I think. Inside is my word of the year, and I'm going to be finally blogging about my word of the year. I'm very late in blogging about my word of the year. I think partly because it took me a while longer than normal to think of my word of the year. And then I kind of lost the moment to write about it. But I'm going to be writing about it this weekend. And my word of the year is patience. And actually, it's quite funny, isn't it, that I'm actually... everyone's had to be patient waiting to hear about what my word of the year is. But patience is inside the ring. And Sally also makes them with... you can have a word. It doesn't have to be a word of the year. But I love having the word of the year inside my ring. But you can have them outside as well. But I have found... So this arrived yesterday. And I was wearing it all day yesterday, and I've been wearing it today. I just took it off because I needed to show you. But I found it so grounding yesterday. My words of the year, I always find super grounding when I choose a word of the year. I come back to it every week, often every day. And the patience is, I'm a pretty patient mum. I think I am. I will say that. And but I do sometimes struggle with patience in other areas of my life, particularly in terms of business growth, in terms of things that my husband's doing. So my husband, Steph, lots of you know him. He does work for me at Makelight, but he was working with me full-time. Now he's only working with me part-time because he's doing another big project. He's got his own company about to start, another of his own companies about to start, and I do get a bit impatient with some work things that he's doing because I just want everything to be like in 2 years' time. And so that's why I picked the word of the year as patience, but I'm going to be writing a lot more about that. But Sally, I love it, and I'm really, really loving it. So I will share all the links to all these things afterwards. So if you want to go and look at Sally's jewellery, and think about getting your word of the year on a ring that you can wear, then I will share the link with you. So, Sally has just said, yeah, so Yvonne has said, I love your word of the year, Emily. The ring is such a lovely idea, isn't it? I really, really love it, really love it. I saw it on Sally's Instagram, and I saw that she had made some, and I was like, oh, that is perfect. So I ordered one for myself, and I absolutely love it. And Sally has also said, I love to celebrate success. Failing is important too. Absolutely. So I also need to have an episode about failure and how we can learn from failure, because it is so important to be happy with failure and failing, and how you can learn from it and grow from it. So Sally, you have given me inspiration for another episode, so I will make sure that I do an episode on failure. Maybe I should change my plan for next week and switch it to talking about failure, because I think it would be a nice balance to have success and then failure, and how we can learn and grow from failure too. So I think I will do that. So that is what I will be speaking about next week, and so I'll switch things around a bit. So thank you, Sally. So I will, I think I'm just going to double check. Sometimes on a live session on Facebook, the comments and questions go in a funny order. So you think that your things are coming in the top and you're looking for new questions and comments, and then something's arrived at the bottom. It's really weird and really frustrating. But I can't complain. Facebook Live is amazing, amazing tech. It enables me to contact and join with you every week, and I really, really love it. So I'm not going to complain too much, but the order of things, Facebook, if you are watching, could be better. Anyway, I don't think I've missed a question. August is asking what Sally's Instagram name is, but I'm going to post all that in a moment for you. So take care, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Have an awesome weekend, and I will see you here again next week at 12 o'clock. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye, everybody.